Another issue we want to talk about when it comes to clothing is Isbal, the garment being below the ankle. It is haram for a person to wear a garment below the ankles if they are doing it for arrogance. So point one, if the person is doing it out of arrogance, kibr, khuyala, he's got a garment that is below his ankles, this is haram by all four madahibs. The Hanafiya, the Malikiyya, the Shafi'iyya and the Hanabila, they all agree, there's no dispute, that it is haram for you to wear garment below your ankles out of arrogance. And the evidence that they used was من جر ثوبه خيلاء لم ينظر الله إليه يوم القيامة. Anyone who wears a garment below their ankles out of arrogance, Allah will not look at them the day of judgment. Okay, so this hadith is clear of what? The severity of wearing your garment below your ankle. And we're talking to who? The men, not the women. Specifically the men. If your garment is below your ankles and you're doing it out of arrogance, Allah will not look at you the day of judgment. But the question here is, what about if you wear it and it's not out of arrogance? You're not wearing it out of arrogance. You're wearing it because it's fashion. It just looks nice. It is also haram as well for the men to wear a garment below their ankles, even if it's not out of arrogance. Okay? And this is of course the common view of the Hanabila, Ibn Hazm, Ibn al-Arabi, Ibn Taymiyyah, Ibn Hajar, As-San'ani, Ibn Baz, Ibn Uthaymin and many other great scholars. This is the opinion that they pushed. And the evidences really does support them. Which is that the Prophet said in another hadith, مَا أَسْفَلَ مِنَ الْكَعْبَيْنِ فَفِي النَّارِ. Anything that is below the ankles is going to be in the hellfire. So the punishment for the one who does it out of arrogance is that Allah will not look at him the day of judgment. And the punishment of the one who doesn't do it out of arrogance is what? That your legs are going to be in the hellfire. That your legs are what? They're going to be in the hellfire Yawm al-Qiyamah. Now some of you might have a question and say, but how can some of my body parts be burnt in the hellfire and others? I don't want to go into the technicality of that issue. It's another mas'ala. You're opening another door on me. But
Sheikh, there is a hadith that Abu Bakr, he felt that his clothing is going below the ankle, and he went to Prophet Muhammad and said that you are out of, because you are not doing it there.
Yes. So but Abu Bakr never left his house with his garment below his ankles. It kept falling and he kept pulling it up. It kept falling, he kept pulling it up. That's why the Prophet said, you are different. Does that make sense? It's different from a person who dresses up, leaves his house knowing it's below his ankles, buys it like that, wants to wear it like that. There's a difference, first of all. Two different scenarios.
Yeah, he didn't let him to confuse that way.
And he didn't let it go down below his ankles. It kept falling and he kept pulling it up. And then the Prophet said, you, Abu Bakr, are not doing it out of arrogance. Are we all together? There's another hadith where the Prophet ﷺ, he said, Al-Isbalu min al-Makhila. Actually having your garment below your ankles itself is arrogance. And Imam al-Tirmidhi narrated this in his Jamia. So some scholars actually held the opinion that having your garment below your ankles, whether you intend arrogance or not, it doesn't matter. They believe that it's already arrogance by default. I've told you another opinion, which is that you can and you may not. Are we all together? I mentioned those two. And my heart settles with that. But there is a narration that is authentic that says having your garment below your ankles itself is arrogance. That's very serious.
How about trousers?
Huh?
Trousers.
Yes, trousers, any garment below the ankles. Any garment cannot be below the ankles. Because the hadith clearly says, مَا أَسْفَلَ مَا is min adawat al-umum, صح? Anything. مَا أَسْفَلَ مِنَ الْكَعْبَيْنِ فَفِي النَّارِ. So it doesn't matter.
Wearing the shorts. Wearing the shorts.
Shorts.
Shorts, yeah.
Yeah, as long as it's what?
Okay, but when orange in the shorts, even the garment is above the ankle. But it is a continuity. Socks you are using at the same time, your clothes above the ankle. But if you walk or something, you see the continuity. The ankle is covered, as well as the garment.
No, they're two different things. I like your point, mashallah. The difference is one starts from the top and it makes its way down, and one starts from the bottom and it makes its way up.
But here we are covering the ankles. With the shorts, we are covering the ankles.
No, in Islam, before Nabi Muhammad, at his time, there was something known as al-khuffayn and al-jawrab. The Prophet had leather socks. He never ever considered that to be part of the garment. So you were allowed to have the jawrab and the khuffayn. You were allowed to wear that. But the Prophet ﷺ, when he came, one time he prohibited it. ﷺ. Look, the garment can be close to your ankle. It can be close to your ankle. It just can't be below your ankle. And guess what, brothers? Let's be honest. That will make your garment last forever. Come on. If your garment keeps pulling the ground and touching the floor, it's going to finish. It's going to wear out. Hygienically, it's better for you to have your garment a bit high, does it not? And funny enough, second point. Funny enough, it's actually fashion now.
Is it about to fold the garment at the bottom?
Yeah?
Is it about to fold the garment at the bottom side?
So, are you allowed to fold it? Are you allowed to fold it? Yes, you are allowed to fold it, but except when you come to the prayer. When you come to the prayer, tuck it into your socks, inshallah ta'ala, okay? Tuck it into your what? Tuck it in your socks.
During the prayer, but out of prayer also you have to...
Oh yes, definitely.
So can it touch the top of the foot?
Can it touch that?
Top of the foot. Just ankle, but top of the foot. Not
It can touch the ankle as well, as long as it's not below the ankle.
Whole ankle can cover this...
It can cover the ankle, but as long as it doesn't go below the ankle.
And it just covered out. Then
Okay.
I'm wearing jeans and I've already folded it. I'm wearing it all day. And you're saying while I'm prayer, the jeans cannot be folded?
If is it tailored like that, or you folded it?
It's long, and I just tap it with my fingers,
You folded it, yeah. Okay. In the salah, you're not allowed to fold anything. You're not allowed to fold it from here. You're not allowed to fold here, nor are you allowed to fold from the bottom.
You can fold it opposite side, like not from the backward.
No, you can't fold it in, or you can't fold it out. You're not allowed to fold it at all. Okay? Go to a tailor. Tell him to cut it and stitch it for you permanently.
So for salah, anything cannot be folded.
Say that again. Nothing can't be. You can't fold this. So inshallah ta'ala, what you can do, the best advice I'd give you is go to the tailors and tell them to stitch it for you permanently, inshallah ta'ala.
Folding, there is a hadith, folding specifically in salah.
Yes, the Prophet prohibited the folding of any of the garments. Let's carry on. Brothers, let me mention the other one. What about Isbal for the women? What about the women? Can they have their garments below their ankles? Of course they can. Rather, they must. They must cover their legs. But if the woman is wearing socks or she's wearing shoes, it doesn't have to pull. Are we all together, brothers? If the woman is wearing socks and she's wearing shoes, okay, her legs are covered, right? Then her garment doesn't have to drag the ground. Are we all together? But if she chooses not to wear socks, and she chooses not to wear what? Socks and shoes, and she's wearing like female sandals, for example, right? Then she has to have a garment that covers her what? Her legs. The legs of the woman is what? It's awrah.
One question in the same line, like if the garment is dragging, so should we consider it to be pure? Like, is it okay for women to say their prayer with that garment?
So the same hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, where he said to the women, "Yurkhina shibran," handspan. Okay, that their garment has to pull handspan. A woman, she said to the Prophet ﷺ, "Idan tankashifu aqdamuhunna." But O Messenger of Allah, their legs are going to show when they pick their leg up. Then the Messenger ﷺ, he said, "Fayurkhina dira'an." She has to let it this much. After she walks, the Prophet said, this much. لا يزدن عليه, she should not and she shouldn't exceed onto that. So are we all together, brothers? Now, are we all together, brothers? Then the Prophet ﷺ, he said, when she walks on the ground and she goes through somewhere wet, the sand that comes after is going to clean it for her. We already know this earth is pure, right? But today, inshallah ta'ala, in some countries, some people might be watching it from the UK, some people might be watching it from Western countries. It's not safe for a sister's garment to drag that long, because the non-Muslims, they stand on it. Sometimes they get caught up in buses, it gets caught up in trains, and it pulls her head back. Okay? So what is good for a sister is to wear her shoes and socks and boots or whatever she wants to wear, cover her legs, and her garment can just be on top of her shoes. Are we all together, brothers? That's fine, inshallah ta'ala. She's fully covered. Bi-idhnillahi al-kareem.